day, everyone.
We're in the kitchen.
Raw and Unfiltered with RJ and Nikki.
Hi, I'm RJ.
I'm Nikki. Today we are doing In the Kitchen with the Coleman.
Yes.
What are we making, you ask?
Food.
Hot and fresh.
Hot and fresh.
We are making a chicken mushroom noodle soup. It will be good for your soul, good for your belly, good for your immune system. It's going to be good for all of that. We're going to highlight Ono Microgreens. They are a big supporter of ours. We love and appreciate them so very much. We thank them for sponsoring our videos. We are also going to feature and highlight Good Human mushrooms. We got the Phoenix oyster mushrooms this time around. They told us that they would be more of like a creamier texture in our soup, which is what we're kind of going for without adding cream. Yes.
I was gonna pop one in my mouth, but I didn't want to. Can you eat those raw?
Yeah, you can eat any mushroom.
Well,
we are also featuring in this recipe. I have Milton at my feet.
No, ooh, that's really good.
Okay. We are also featuring Spicy Mama seasoning in this recipe. So all of these different recipes,
right here,
you can customize to your likes. So we are using, of the microgreens, we are using onion microgreens. If you wanted to use the Silk Road microgreens, you could do that. He's fine. If you wanted to use broccoli microgreens, you could do that. For the Good Human mushrooms, if you wanted to use the pink oyster mushrooms, you could do that. Those are going to give you more of an earthy flavor. And you could also, my favorite of their mushrooms is the pipino. You can hand me that bag of pipinos up there. This is the pipino, and they do them freeze-dried as well. I'm going to use those in another recipe, but they are my favorite mushroom that the Good Human mushrooms people do. So any of those, you can do your own variety. As far as the Spicy Mama seasoning goes, I recommend that you use the chicken seasoning in this recipe. However, we are all out of the chicken seasoning, so we are going to actually use the vegetable seasoning. If you look at poultry seasoning in the store, most of what's in this vegetable seasoning that Spicy Mama does is already in that poultry seasoning. So there's a few extra things in this that I think will just add even more deliciousness to this recipe. So that's why I opted for the veggie.
And it's locally grown.
Yes, all the vegetables are locally grown. She dehydrates, she chops everything, she dehydrates everything.
Yeah.
She grinds it all herself. Everything is done here locally. We highly, 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 highly recommend her. If you hear dogs going crazy out there, it's not our dogs. So also in this recipe, I'm using a tiny little bit of El Hijo del Diablo from Spicy Mama. That is the son of the devil. It's spicy. But I think it's going to be, it'll be good for this recipe. It'll give it some depth and flavor. We're going to start off with heating the pan, which has already been heating over here for a little bit. We're going to put some 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. And then we're going to add the onion, carrots, celery, and mushrooms. Onions, carrots, celery, mushrooms.
Our version.
And we're going to cook that until the onions are softened, probably about, I would say, 5 minutes or so. Now that the onions and carrot, celery, and mushrooms have cooked for about 5 minutes, we are going to add in the garlic and the seasonings. So I'm going to step over here. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of vegetable seasoning. There we go.
Smells like vegetables.
And we're going to drop in our little packet of Son of the Devil. All right. We're going to add in... We're going to add in some salt and pepper. Okay. Now we're going to cook that for about 2 minutes, let it get fragrant. And then to that, we're going to add 6 cups of chicken stock. I have boxed chicken stock this time to make my life easier. If you make your own chicken stock, good for you. I would do the same if I...
Yeah, we're definitely going to start making our own chicken stocks. Yeah.
You think we're at a fragrant point?
I should say so. Quite right, quite right. Quite fragrant, I would say. Quite fragrant indeed.
So now we're just going to pour these right on in there. Actually, I might go ahead and just use both, the whole containers, because it'll just give it extra flavor.
That actually smells really good, y'all.
Now we're going to add in the chicken and some of the microgreens. We're going to add extra microgreens to the top.
Do you want me to turn this up a little bit?
Actually, we're going to leave it at medium-high until it starts to boil. Then we're going to turn it down.
Gotcha.
But for right now, we're going to bring all of this shredded chicken. This is a rotisserie chicken, already cooked. I just shredded it. We're going to add that to the pot. And then once that comes to a boil, we're going to turn it down to medium-low. And we'll reduce the heat for about 10 to 15 minutes because we're going to add in the noodles as soon as it starts to boil. We're going to add in the egg noodles and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes so that the egg noodles don't get overcooked because that makes them really gross.
Smells like a summer country up in here.
So it'll be more like 10 minutes.
Country. It smells like
summer
country. Like I messed up.
I don't know what a summer country smells like.
It smells like a country summer.
It smells delicious.
That is. Smells very...
So these egg noodles are 7 to 8 minutes. So it's going to be, we're going to watch it and go about 10 minutes and see where we are with it. If we feel like that it's ready, then we'll be done and we'll be able to eat. So stay tuned.
It smells like
heaven. Heaven.
It smells like if I were to go hunting for fresh quail and I came back to my cabin in the woods and I went out and got some fresh veggies and lettuces and wild carrots and some wild herbs and stuff and stuck it in there and boiled the chicken and made a stock out of it and salt and peppered it. That's what that was. Just like that. The call of the wild.
Look, he did that and Nugget came running in the house like he was calling for her. It's the call of the wild, I'm telling you. You can't deny it. Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Eat that soup, make you want to do a warrior dance, like no more warrior dances. There we go. Otherwise, I'm just gonna just grab this spoon and just like.
Not grab a spoon, you grab a straw. And you would just drink it. Oh, we need to add some microgreens. These are the Ono Microgreens.
They've grown a little since we had them.
They've grown a bit since we got them yesterday. But we are going to cut some off and add them to our soup.
I'm gonna put them all in like that?
Yep. And you can also add a few at the end as garnish on top of your soup if you would like. So totally up to you. Or
so those microgreens were the onions?
Green onion.
You can smell it. You can definitely smell it. That's good. It's very aromatic, if you will. I don't play. I didn't even take recess in school because I don't play. Shoot.
I'm wearing a Basics Boutique t-shirt, if anyone is wondering. They're a local company as well, and they are veteran owned. So Basics Boutique. Check them out on Facebook. Reach out to them, get a t-shirt. They're soft. They're just the right size.
Yeah, support our veterans. Y'all support us.
Yes.
Don't get me on my soapbox.
Child, please. We'll be here all day if he gets on that box.
I'm not running for president yet.
That does smell good, y'all. All right. We're rolling.
We are rocking and rolling. Turn it down.
We're turning it down.
That smells really good.
And we're going to add in 2 cups of uncooked egg noodles. And then we are going to stir it up. Stir it up.
Stir it up. Little darling. I'm just tearing that song up.
Is there anything you'd like to talk about? I mean, there's lots of things that we could talk about.
I have a lot to say. Nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Because they got to hear me first. My people hear me. They hear me. Y'all hear me. I don't have to say very much. Y'all know.
All right, guys. It's been 10 minutes. The noodles, I think, are good.
Yeah, they're good. It smells good.
It smells delicious. We're going to serve it up and show you guys in just a second. So after further review, I think it would be a good idea to add about a cup or 2 of water to the pan, just to give it some extra juice, so that those noodles are not...
Noodles are soaking it all
Yeah,
up.
the noodles seem to be soaking it all up. So make sure that you have enough broth in there. That would be my one suggestion.
It's has a very earthy... When I say earthy, it tastes like we just foraged these things out of the forest. It's not too far from the truth. But I can taste the oyster mushroom. The oyster, is it the oyster mushroom?
Phoenix oyster mushrooms.
Yes,
Yep.
that's what I'm tasting.
They do have a more of a creamier texture than regular mushrooms.
This is really good, y'all.
That is really good.
Okay.
All right. If you're under the weather, having any kind of cold symptoms, feeling like you need something good for your soul, this is your soup. All of these people, all of these businesses that we featured today can be found at the Market of Pace or the Market of Milton. The Market of Pace is on Saturdays from 9 to 1, and that is at Woodbine Baptist Church. The Market of Milton is on Thursdays from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., and it is at Jernigan's Landing in downtown Milton. So if you are looking for any of these products or you want to try something different, go see these people. You'll find them and many other vendors that have all kinds of very delicious, tasty, cool things that you're not going to find anywhere else. So we highly recommend all of these products, all of these companies. Go out, find them, show your love, show your support to the community at large.
Come on out and support our people.
Yeah, come support our people.
We have very good people out here in our city.
Yeah. All of our small business owners out here are amazing, and they all need our help to
grow.
So let's do our part.